continuing with our gaming discussion here. Now, question here is, which consoles would you be interested to buy come holiday here? Now, obviously, we've been discussing about Sony's release. There's Xbox release date, and as well as, confirmed, what do you call this? Confirmed Switch Pro for hopefully by later this year or early next year. But anyway, for Sony's launch of PS5, which will be launched later this year at November 12th for around $500, which is competing similar to how Xbox is pricing their console as well. So let's take a look here. So question here is, which is the better product here? Is it the Sony PlayStation, or is it the Xbox Series X or Series S? What model you ever want to call it? It gets kind of confusing here. But one thing is for sure. So let's compare it side by side. Now, obviously, there are two versions that they are offering here. So for the Sony PlayStation, they have the digital version, which is cheaper. How much was it? Let's take a look here. So it's priced at $399. So $400, that's around 20,000 pesos. And then the regular PS5 with the CD, you can play CDs there, is priced at $500, which is around 25,000 pesos. So there's a 5,000 difference. Now, if you're trying to, if you're more on the digital games when you play your games, it's better. You can save up to 5,000. But at the end of the day, games are piling up in terms of storage, right? So 1 terabyte may not be enough. You can, let's say, a game can be stored up to 50 terabytes, even some 100 terabytes. So you can pile up your library very fast. So it's up to you. And for the Xbox Series X, so they're offering the same price as the regular PS5. Now for the cheaper edition, for the Series S, they're offering it $100 less than the digital edition of your PS5. So the question here is, what can you afford to buy? Now, in terms of the console, it can be torn apart in terms of which is one better than the other, but at the end of the day, it's all about the games. Now, obviously, Microsoft has done a terrible job in terms of marketing their product. They're solely focused on their Xbox Game Pass, right? But for Sony's PlayStation, they're more focused on the games or first party or exclusive games. So at launch, they're touted to release the game. You have Spider-Man Miles Morales, so it's a standalone film, and then they also have the I would say remastered, but it's an updated version of the Demon Souls game, a precursor of Dark Souls for those who are not familiar. And then you also have the Ratchet and Clank series, and then Fortnite, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, and I'm sure many of you are looking forward for the release of Cyberpunk 2077. So if you're looking for exclusivity here, I think Sony is the way to go here. But if you like playing multiplayer games, you like to play a long list of older games, you have Xbox Game Pass here. So it's up to you to decide which one would you prefer. Actually, Sony was doing so well until today, regarding the launch release, pre-orders. Obviously, a lot of people, millions of people are looking forward to buy their next gen console, but there was a miscommunication on their part, which is they've been doing this for how many iterations already, from PS1 all the way to PS5, and yet they can't get their act together. So that when they're said going to release by, let's say, November 12th, like mentioned in the article, why can't they say, or let's say by end of September, you can start your pre-orders so that people can prepare for it? Not just say it within the day, and then spread it using Twitter, where how can people know that if they don't have a Twitter account and so forth, right? But anyway, again, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, people will still rush in to buy their consoles at the end of the day. And actually, there have been reports that scalpers are buying those consoles up so that they can resell it in eBay at a more exorbitant, twice the amount fee. That's why I'm not always in a rush to buy I'm not always in a rush to buy their games